everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today's video is something I'm excited about. I actually am giving you my first speed build video onto the channel and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. So today my build is a tidy shotgun fixer upper. The description says, this once lovely shotgun style house was home to Old Man Simpson, the nicest neighbor you could have, until his estranged daughter supposedly took him to another country to take care of her old father. Now left to ruins, it's host to sinister characters and rebellious teens who are unaware of the treasures hidden somewhere in the house. Also, why is there a baby bottle in the toilet? Okay, let's get into it. So I decided to make this my first build, a FIXER upper, mainly because I just recently purchased the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack as well as the Tiny Living stuff pack. So I was excited to use the Eco Lifestyle pack because I get to make this house as messy as possible, something that I always found impossible to do with just the base game. Now the idea behind this house, which is like the initial story, is that an old man used to live in this house on his own and he basically took care of this place. The garden was nice, his yard was nicely manicured, he kept the house spick and span and there was zero issues, he was fine. Until he started getting a bit sick, I guess, old age and all that. And then out of the blue, his daughter comes and says, oh no, hey, let me take care of you, and decides to take him to another country, apparently. But his neighbors basically didn't see him leave. They just heard from the daughter that no, she's taking him to another country. So we don't know for sure. Is he really gone or is he still in this house somewhere? Anyway, because now he's no longer here, no one's taking care of the house, it wasn't sold, people started doing whatever they want into this house. Teens broke in and they started having parties, just relaxing and doing anything they want to do. That's why I think there's a point where I put in a stereo. Yeah, there is a stereo in the build somewhere. And yeah, they just have parties and enjoy themselves. Also, I mentioned that there was some sinister characters who hid some stuff in this house. So basically there are criminals who also use this place as, like a base for themselves. But they're not really that smart, considering that this house has a lot of traffic from teenagers and random people who come party and do like whatever they want. So somewhere in the bedroom I hid, I think by the bed, I hid what was it? It's that money bag that you get from base game, as well as the diamond, no, not the diamond. It's the gold bars that you find in the base game. Okay guys, if you're wondering why I keep making these mistakes, obviously you got it, but yeah. Today I decided to go off script, which means I did not write a script. I just made some talking points for this build so that I can actually get used to talking to myself for a while. So hopefully I can actually talk for as long as this video is, but if not, as long as I get my point across and I get to say everything that I want to say. So in the video, you'll notice that I made a hole on the side of the house where the tree comes in. I actually enjoyed doing that because I never thought of doing something like that, but I've always seen other Sims 4 builders do it, and it was always so fascinating how they use all these assets that we have in the Sims game to create like the coolest things. So I used arches. Yeah, it was a door arch from the base game to like just create a wall. I hit them within the tree where it's entering into the house, and then at the bottom I used a half wall so that it looks like the tree, just the branches just grew into the house and basically tore down the side of the house. it's too bad that we can't actually make it look too tall down, because you know, this is The Sims. We're only limited by what we have. As you can see right now, I'm working on the garden, and I'm just trying to get it as like overgrown as possible. I'm thinking I should have used more of the base game. No, not base game. What is this? Debug stuff to make it very, very overgrown. But you know, sometimes when you're in the debug tab, it just gets so tedious because there's so many things in there. And whenever I'm in there, I actually separate everything in terms of, I search everything in terms of by pack, so that it's easier for me to go through the debug menu, because it gets so laggy when you actually have everything unfiltered. So it's always best for me to filter and then do everything according to pack about what I need, just so that I can find everything that I need. You also noticed earlier that I actually found a way to make the door look like it's open. I saw this trick actually, I think it was on Simlici's channel. She does it a lot on some of her builds, just to make it look like the door has been opened, since we can't even use the cheat menus to open the door or whatever. The only time the door actually opens is when a sim goes in and out of the house or a room, or whatever the case may be. As you see right now, I'm actually pulling things out of the debug menu, because honestly, like I said, the debug menu can become very tedious because there's so many things in there. And when you're looking for a specific thing, you can see that there are other things that you want to use for the build. And so I just figured, let me pull them out, because I'm thinking, okay, I wanted it to be as messy as possible, having the red cups there to show that the kids were there drinking and all of those stuff. And also because the main reason I was in the debug is to actually find these wooden planks that I'm putting on the windows. Now this took a long time for me to do, so I didn't actually put in all the footage of me doing all the windows. I only show my process on this first window, on the window in the front of the house. And then for the rest of the house, I just cut out that footage, because then it would have made this video super long for no reason. I actually like what I did here, because I don't usually do these things. I'm not going to lie, I am a lazy builder. I used to prefer just downloading anything that was like fantastical or that had a lot of work done to it. I would usually just download from other creators, but then now I just figured, you know what, let me challenge myself. I mean, I enjoy building in The Sims, I'm not gonna lie, and I enjoy the gameplay, but I figured, you know what, at some point I just need to do my own things, make them look even more unique, and just not be lazy. So yeah, basically right now, as you can see, all that's happening is just me getting the house as messy as possible, and I just enjoyed it. I also made a hole in the upstairs floor, basically to what am I saying? It's to show exactly how much damage the tree has done to the house. So it's not just by the side of the house, but it's also on the floor in the upstairs bedroom. I also enjoyed using is it the deep? No, I think it's, what was it? The grass, the dead grass. I actually liked using that, because it just shows that the house is no longer maintained and nobody's taking care of the garden. It's just, everything is dying out, everything is overgrown, and so forth. In the build, you'll notice that I actually put in a rubber duck, but at some point, I think when I was fixing the bathroom, because I needed to put in, I wanted to make the mirror messy using that stained painting or whatever it is from, is it Strangerville? Yes, it's from Strangerville. I was using that to actually make the mirror dirty. So when I removed the wall, I forgot to actually check what it deletes in terms of the items, because you know, sometimes when you remove the wall, especially if you have move objects on. It actually becomes problematic because it removes certain things that you placed using move object on. So yeah, the rubber duck actually disappears, and I think there was something else in the build that also disappeared. You can also see that I'm using the vampire stuff cracked walls to actually make the walls look very, very bad. And I use the spooky stuff spider webs so that, the house is a mess. So you get all the spiders everywhere, which I'm not gonna lie, they actually creep me out because I really have a phobia. In real life, I have a phobia of spiders. So even in the game, whenever I see them, I keep forgetting that the spider web actually has spiders that like crawl around on it. So it caught me off guard at some point when I was play testing the house. I don't even know, what was that play testing? Oh no, I was actually getting my sim to throw the pizza away. There's a pizza slice that I put down, but I saw that seeing as it refused to actually move where I wanted it to move, I just decided that it needed to be thrown away. So yeah, that's when I saw the spider moving and I was like, so cringe. What else about this build? Oh, you're going to see that later on there were a few things that I added that are in the screenshot that aren't in the video, because those things I actually did them off camera, and this was after I thought, oh, I'm done with the video, and then I realized that the floating plates that you see there, I hadn't placed them properly where I wanted them to be placed. So that was also done off camera, because what I wanted to do with them, and as well as the pots, was place them inside the sink so that it seems like, okay, people were actually cooking and stuff before the stove actually got messed up, and yeah, and looking the way it looks, and the fridge without a door. So yeah, I put everything into the sink. Also something that I'm not gonna lie, I actually saw it from Simlissy. It was an idea I saw from her. And then what I did was I used the Sims 4 cheat. Is it a cheat? You know, the cheat menu? I got that to mess up to dirty up, what was it? The sinks, both the sink in the bathroom and in the kitchen. And I also broke the toilet. I know that I already used the fountain feature, the fountain water spout something, to make it look like the toilet is already broken and the water is just spewing out. But that's just for consistency, because I actually don't know if when you download this build whether or not these things will be fixed or suddenly it's going to be clean, or what's going to happen. So just in case of that, I added I added the sprinkler feature. So yeah, this is where the rubber duck actually ended up disappearing, and I didn't notice at this point that the sink also disappeared until later when I did a double take, and then I realized, oh my gosh, the sink is gone. So I had to redo that whole portion, but unfortunately I didn't get the rubber duck. As you can see, I'm using the red shelf, the popular red shelf that everybody uses in their builds. This thing, oh my gosh, the shelf is amazing. I know all of you have heard this before and you're probably tired of hearing it, but this red shelf is everything, especially since the move objects, it can only do so much, especially the 9 key. It can only do so much, but you can't get everything where you want it to be or placed properly, because some things will float on the shelves. For instance, like we all know how some of the radios and the stereos, they don't really sit well on the consoles, on a console table. So it's always best to like use the red shelf so that you can actually place it, then it doesn't look like it's floating. Right now I'm in the bedroom, and this is where I hid that money bag, as well as the gold bars that you find in base game. So this is where I felt like, okay, the stupid criminals, they hid their treasures, and they try to block it off with some random things that people wouldn't think of, like checking. And around the hole in the bedroom, and I think I did it downstairs as well, I tried to put as many cracks as possible, because I mean, it's not like we can properly crack the walls and give them that shape that we want. I also used those stickers, the dirty stickers from vampires, to also dirty up the windows, and cracked up the house even more, making holes on the walls and just getting this house as dilapidated as possible. So hopefully it's as messy as it can be. Anyway, now that we're coming towards the end of this video, I think there's still a few things that I'm busy with. Now that we're getting to the end of the video, if you guys enjoyed what I created right here and you love the build, you can download it on my gallery, which is my gallery ID is kingbasiesgm, and I put the link down below in the description. Or you can download it on my website, and I put the link to the download also in the description, so you can get the tray files easily, and then you just put them into your game. If you want to know where to put them, you go into the electronic arts folder, Sims 4, and then the tray folders, and then you just put the trays in there. Make sure you actually unzip, because I know this is something everybody knows, but some people actually do ask, like, how do you get the tray files? I can't get them in, or they don't appear. That's because they're in a zip file. Just unzip the file and then put the tray files inside the tray folder. And yeah, if you guys really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, as well as switching on the notification button, so that you never miss another build. And I hope this voiceover was actually better than my last 2 videos, especially because now I'm not using a script. I'm just going as candid as possible. And if you guys have any suggestions for any builds that you'd like me to do, let me know down below in the comments. And also, if you have any advice or anything that you wanna critique in terms of my videos, what you'd like to see, how the video is done, especially the voiceover and so forth, and the editing, please don't hesitate in letting me know and dishing out as much advice as you want. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the build as well as the screenshots, and enjoy your day, night, or afternoon wherever you are in this world. Bye!
Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you? Oh, 'cause as long as we're together, home can be a million different things. I said, hey, yeah, call it a start by leaving behind what's breaking our hearts. I said, hey, follow the spark, ain't nothing but a one way. Call it a start by leaving behind what's breaking our hearts. I said, hey, follow the spark, ain't nothing but a one way. we stay here.